Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie here. Today is Tuesday, December 29th. My gosh, this year is just flying by. Last official week of 2020. Thank God for that. All right. With that being said, today's subject is going to be a good one. Today is going to be selling versus sharing. Guys, if you don't know the difference between the two, if you don't know how to utilize one versus the other, you're going to be at a major disadvantage. You're going to be in a selling mode. People do not like to be sold to. And that's one of the biggest problems that network marketing has, is that most people are using words, keywords, and using certain postures and things of that nature that are in a selling mode. And people do not like that. They immediately run in the opposite direction. I don't blame them. We're going to go into a deep dive as to why you don't want to take that approach, what you can do to combat that natural instinct to go into the selling mode. You do not want to miss this episode. You're going to learn a lot about how the professional business builders stay away from this themselves and how they build their incredible businesses without selling. All right. So with that being said, stay tuned. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live. As you know, Miss Marie and I will be with you very shortly. Thank you. And we'll see you in a moment.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Boy, it's a good thing I wasn't picking my nose. They got a small glimpse of us there, didn't they? I wasn't picking up.
Well, thank God for podcasts where people can't actually see us. And I've gotten into the habit of, man, if we're live, I better not be doing anything I'd regret on camera, because
I know it.
You just never know when you're going to be caught.
I know it. I'm glad I had my shirt on. I didn't want to show my boobies.
Well, it is a good thing when you show up fully dressed, for sure.
I have a bunch of booby beads from when I went down to the Mardi Gras environments. I went down there topless. I've been to topless beaches too. Have you ever been? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I wasn't ashamed.
Well, it's easier for you than it is for me. So
it's natural for me. I don't mind showing off my chest.
Oh my goodness. Right. You can tell we're in the midst of a holiday week. We're just going crazy around here.
That's right, exactly. I got Luke right here. He is hungry. We're going to have to make this a fast episode. Come here, buddy.
Well, that's all right. This episode shouldn't be too terrible. Today we're talking about selling versus sharing. We're on podcast number 103.
We're almost to 200.
What's that?
We're almost to 200.
We got a little ways to go yet there. Don't get too anxious. But it is Tuesday, December 29th, the last Tuesday of 2020. Thank God for small favors there. We're just a little bit after 11 a.m. Eastern time, and we are talking about selling versus sharing. This is one that I wanted to talk about in particular because in some ways there is a significant difference between the two. But within the network marketing industry, it's almost a matter of semantics, because oftentimes if you're approached by someone about a network marketing opportunity, they often talk about the fact that, you know, they lead with the product more often than the opportunity is typically the way it goes, especially when you're dealing with friends and family, right? And the majority of people react to that with, oh, hold on. I don't like to sell. I'm not a salesperson. I don't like selling things. And the rebuttal that people have been trained to use is, oh, we don't sell X product. We just share it with other people. We hand out samples. We let them experience the benefits. We let them take it for a test drive and see how great it is. And then the product sells itself, right? How often have you heard that one, Rob?
Oh my gosh. As you were sitting there saying, I was flashing back to some horrible moments in my career.
Yeah, it's almost that used car salesman aspect coming through in the network marketing industry, right? So, yeah. I mean, let's be real. Honestly, if there is such a thing as a product that sells itself, that means the people aren't necessary at all, right? Those They don't exist. They just don't exist.
That's right.
And sales is really what kind of makes the world go round. We all sell. We do it whether we think we're doing it or not. I always like to use the example of dating, right? That's one of the prime selling opportunities. You're putting your best foot forward. You're trying to find the perfect mate, and you can't say I'm not selling, I don't sell. And you know, when you get that first rejection or it doesn't work out, you don't quit either, right? You go out and you try again. I think the key thing to realize is really people don't like being sold to. They don't like being pushed to make a decision to buy something they're not really sure they want. But people love to buy things. So if you're selling something that they enjoy buying, then the selling really isn't the problem. How about that aspect, Rob? Have you experienced that at all?
Oh, yeah. Everything that you're talking about. Absolutely. If you're in this industry long enough, you're going to experience just about everything that is a part of network marketing. And certainly everything you talked about there has touched my career. That's for sure. And it's it's a fine line between selling and sharing. Look, it's all acknowledge one thing, one universal truth, no matter what industry you're in, nobody likes to be sold to, period. We had a discussion the other day in a podcast talking about cars. If I am approached by a salesman and they allow me to look around, if I find a car that I want and we can work out a price, I'm going to buy from that salesman because they left me alone, not because they were telling me all these wonderful things about the car. I don't care. Okay. So the thing is that because I did my own research, Miss Marie, about the car. I know I'm going to that lot to touch it. You know, on the internet, I can't touch it. I go to the lot to touch it, run my hand across it, start it up, to listen to it, you know, to look it over and everything to where I feel comfortable. Hey, this is a good sound car. Yeah, this is everything that I've been wanting. Okay, I'll convince myself. You know, there's some cars I thought I wanted that I went to the car lot, touched, felt, drove, and walked away and said, nah, that ain't for me. So, you know what? Same thing applies here. Guys, don't try and sell. You know what? You're a business builder. We tell you that all the time, and we're always going to tell you that. You got to get in the mindset to realize you're an entrepreneur. You're looking for a way to make money, to develop the lifestyle you want. Okay? And selling a product or having a sales mold or using keywords that are sales-related words are going to push people away, not attract them to you. Look, people are already looking, for the most part. A lot of people don't like the life they have. They're looking for more personal freedom. They're looking for less stress. They're looking for more money and a better lifestyle. Now, they've already sold themselves. They're just looking for something that will answer one or all of those challenges that they have in their life. And if you do the right job, using the right words and the right approach, all you're trying to do is get them to listen and take a look. That's all you're trying to do. You're not trying to use your cute little words or your fancy long words that you learn at some private school to convince them that this is something that they need. It will sell themselves. Look, the music to the ears message is chock full of keywords for a reason, because it's going to touch the person that's looking for any of those things: more money, freedom, better lifestyle. Okay. And there's a reason why the music to the ears message has those words in it, so that it will ring with them. They'll hear it and it'd be like ding, 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 ding. That's what you're looking for. You might want to listen to what he's saying. You know, he's not coming across salesy. He's just getting to the point. Those are some of the things you've been wanting. Maybe you need to talk to this guy. Okay. That's what you want going on in their head. Selling is not going to work. I'm telling you. And Miss Marie's right. You sell in everything you do in life. Miss Marie and I are sitting here sharing this information with you. What do you think we're doing? We're selling. Now, you don't look at the way I'm dressed. She's dressed better than me. Okay. I still have health issues and back issues, so I don't change clothes as often as I should. But here's the thing, guys. We're selling you guys on our knowledge. We're letting you know that we know what we're talking about. We know that if we put our best foot forward and explain to you and show you how this industry works, you'll say, wow, that's really interesting. I've never heard that before. And then you'll find out it's the truth, and you'll say, you know what? These guys are spot on. I can trust these guys. What are we doing? Because we're putting our best information out there, we're selling ourselves to you. We're saying, hey, here we are. This is who we are. This is what we teach. And you either decide, yes, that is exactly what I'm looking for, or no. Okay, so that is selling.
Well, and some of the other things we're selling too, if you haven't already realized it, is we're selling you on the positive aspects of the network marketing industry. We're selling you on the network marketing industry as a vehicle to promote and achieve the dreams of success that you have for whatever it is you are pursuing. And then finally, we're also not selling you some free gifts that we have available currently on our website, TheMLM-solution.net. I like the way you dropped that in there, Rob. That's a good one. So we do have 3 free gifts currently available out on TheMLM-solution.net. If you pop over to that website and check it out, you will find the 4 critical mistakes most network marketers make and how to avoid them. You will find the 5 simple steps to success. These 2 products are very complementary. We kind of call them the peanut butter and jelly because they go so well together. And then if you're looking for the Wonder Bread to put that peanut butter and jelly on, that's our Zero to Network Marketing Hero. Each of these products comes as an ebook, an audio, and a video. So go grab those absolutely free. And then finally, TikTok, we are running out of time on our Black Friday special. We started this right Thanksgiving week. So this has been in play for about a month now, and you have just a couple days left to take advantage of this time-sensitive offer. If you go visit our website, TheMLM-solution.net/Super Friday, and we call it Super Friday because it is promoting our Super Pack, which we normally sell for $299.95. We put it on special for $99.95. But then Rob, in his infinite wisdom, which I sometimes question as whether or not it's actually insanity, marked it all the way down for Black Friday to $49.99. So go grab that. You have just a couple days left. That is going to come to a close the end of the year, and the end of the year is the day after tomorrow. Do you realize that, Rob?
I do. I'm looking forward to it. I will tell you that. I am done with 2020. That is all I will say.
I think a lot of people are. I
agree with you. Absolutely.
Well, let me go back to our selling versus sharing topic a little bit. A couple things I wanted to point out is the majority of network marketing companies, in order to be a legitimate business, need to sell a product. They need to move a product of some type. So it does need to be sold. That's what the distributor force is there to do, is to move the product. But one of the things we definitely advocate for is sharing the opportunity that the business model presented by the network marketing industry in general presents to achieving an income level, time freedom, level of success, a lifestyle change that a lot of people are looking for. And as you know, Rob, most people buy based on emotion, whatever it is, whether it's an actual transactional exchange of money for something, or buying into an idea, buying into a cause or an effort. There's an emotional component that drives that, but then we justify it with logic, right?
Yep.
Heard that before?
Many, many times. And all I've done is prove that it's true.
With your fast cars?
Well, in my fast buying habits, how's that? You know,
Absolutely.
You're right. Most of mine are emotional. I get attached to something and say, oh, man, I got to have that. And I'll find a way to make it happen. So, yeah, you're right. That's exactly me. And guys, you have to realize, as we told you before, without rehashing the same old subject, look, your product is the lifestyle, the money, and the time freedom. That is your product. That is what you're selling, but you're not selling it. Just like when she did this here, our free gifts, she was selling. But what she was selling was the information inside of those documents or packages, and what that information can do for you, which is what? More time freedom, better pay, and better lifestyle. Okay. That's when we promote those three things. What are we doing? We're selling the benefit of that knowledge. Okay. And she did that during that small little promo. Okay. Well, guess what? Did you see how smooth that was? Well, you're doing the same thing with the music to the ears message. Is the reason why we tell you got to master that message. You got to own it. It's got to flow off of your lips. And you got to speak it with confidence so that when you're in front of a prospect and it flows off, they know that they're going to say, wow, this person just let that just flow right out. There was no hesitation. There was total confidence. That was a natural sentence. And that is a powerful sentence. And they're going to say, this person really has their act together. They've done this a lot. And they truly believe in what they're doing. What did you do with that music to their message? You sold yourself, your confidence, and what you bring to the table for them, which is identified in the music to the ears message. Now, that is not selling, okay, per se. Yes, I just said, yes, you are selling, but that's not what I'm saying here. You're not selling the product. You're not trying to tell them that each and every ingredient that's in the product and how great it is, how different it is from everything else. That is in the sales mode, okay? Because at the end of that discussion, not only are you going to raise more questions, because almost every person nowadays is concerned about one ingredient or another, but then the natural question that's going to come out of something like that is, how much is it? Okay? Why? Because you're in a sales mode. In the moment that you allow that to enter into your discussion, you are in a retail sales mode. And you are now trying to justify the price, justify the ingredients, and justify why they need to get that product through your opportunity instead of down at Walmart. Right, Ms. Marine?
Yeah, and that's the risk you run when you become product focused, and when you're selling the opportunity, the business model that the network marketing industry presents. That's where the leverage comes in. But there is another aspect that you're selling at the same time with that music to the ears message, and that's the benefit of working with you. There's a level of confidence and experience that needs to come through. You need to be able to communicate to them. Not only is this particular network marketing company the vehicle to help them achieve their goals, their dreams, their income level that they're looking for, but you are the person to help get them there, because you understand how this methodology works. You understand what the 10,000 group volume that we always talk about, what that helps you achieve, why you want that 150 group volume each month by each of your members, how that builds, how it triggers the pay levels in the compensation plan, and how that continues to build towards their success, and that you have the experience and the knowledge to help them achieve all of that. So similar to that dating analogy that we talked about earlier, you're also selling yourself in this communication as well.
And you have to, because they have to have confidence in you because they want to follow you. You got to realize that what she just said is really powerful and spot on. Guys, you're sharing, you're telling them, look, they say, well, okay, I like what I see and everything. What's going to happen if I join? Well, I'm going to share. There's that word. I'm going to share my knowledge and my time with you to help you get. And you want to use the word share. Why? Because it's one of the most powerful words in the English language, period. Why? Because when somebody's sharing something, that means they possess something of value and they're willing to share that with you free of charge. And then there's nothing bad about that whole thing, that sharing thing. There's nothing bad about it. It's all positive. Okay. So you want to use the word share. Well, I'm going to share my knowledge and my time with you so that I can make sure you get off on the right step. I'm going to be there for you, and we'll work together to make this happen. Okay. And that is something that is going to be huge when they hear that they're not going to be alone, that you're going to teach them the things that you're going to help guide them through that. You're pretty much sealing the deal right there, because they're not going to be able to get that anyplace else. But it all started with the Music of the Year's message, which was not selling, and you spoke it with confidence. You spoke it, and it flowed from your lips to their ears. That is the confidence that was instilled in them in that moment, so that when you tell them in the follow-up interview that you will share your knowledge and time and experience with them to help them make this business go, those are words that almost seal the deal right away. So that when you ask on a scale, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your interest level? Typically, that interest level is going to be very high. And I would be very surprised if they did not join you, because you used the proper words and you did the right steps. Now, with that being said, realize that selling is not just selling. It's not just talking about the ingredients. It's not just talking about the product. It's not just talking about the price and defending the price and why the high price is worth it. Okay, that's all sales stuff. Okay, sales also is when, even if you don't mention those things, where you come across salesy because you're trying to make up a message on your own. You're not using the Music to the Ears message. You're using the wrong keywords, and you're using hot button words, I call them, which means that these are words that they have attached to scams, to network marketing. And if you use those words, they feel like they're being sold to. Whether you're trying to move a product or not is irrelevant. What they're saying to themselves is that this person's trying to convince me, which means you're selling. You're trying to sell why they want to work with you, who you are. I'm so-and-so. I make so much money. That is all sales mode. Every one of those approaches is sales. You're trying to impress upon them how great you are, and what are you doing? And not only are you looking nice and smelling nice, now you're using your words to tell them how great you are and what a privilege it would be for Miss Marie to work with you because you're so great. And she's going to find that offensive. And it's also going to bring up a lot of red flags that more times than not, you're not going to be able to overcome. Is that not correct, Miss Marie?
Well, it is, absolutely. And one of the things I want to also stress here is you have to become comfortable with sales and the fact that you are selling. But
That's right.
Selling is really providing something of value to someone that they're willing to pay for. It does tend to be transactional in nature. And I will even point out, we put up a little bit earlier those 3 free gifts we have on our website. And it is a sale in itself because there is a cost involved for you, even though it's not monetary, because these are free gifts we make available for you on TheMLM-solution.net. You actually have to expend the time and the effort to go to the site and download those products, right? So there is a cost involved, but it's different than money. But I will tell you, it is also extremely worth it because we packed a ton of value into each of those products. And there's 3 separate ones out there for you to download for free.
That's right. And let me say this, Miss Marie. The reason there's a Music to the Ears message, guys, is because It's designed to paint a mental picture in their mind of what's possible with working with you and being with this company at this particular moment. Okay. And when they have that mental picture where they can see and say, oh my gosh, I've run into something that I might be able to change my life with. This person really knows what they're doing. I might be able to work with this person to take advantage of what they're talking about. They are already in their mind having a picture of them with their kids in their new house or in their new car or on a vacation, the things that they've been wanting as you speak. Okay, because you use the music to the ears message chock full of keywords that will paint that mental picture. Okay, now here's the thing. They are selling themselves because you've shown them with the words in the music to the ears message what's possible. Okay, you haven't said one word that is sales oriented, but because you use that message that's chock full of those keywords, they now have an image in their head that they want to pursue. They have sold themselves and they see the benefits of what you're talking about because of those words. Guys, that is being sold without being sold. Okay, that's the reason why we promote the music to the ears message all the time. This episode is not about the music to the ears message. It's about selling versus sharing. And what you're doing is you're sharing your knowledge through those words to paint a picture in their head of how this could benefit them. Okay, and if it lines up, you're done. It is done. Okay, and I'm telling you, there are times, I've said it before, where people said, well, I'm not leaving until I sign up with you, because they knew without any doubt, for whatever reason, and to this day, I couldn't tell you why, for whatever reason, they knew that I was the person they wanted to work with. They knew I was telling the truth, and they were ready to go. And they wanted to sign up right then and there. They were not going to leave. And I said, well, that was not my intent. My intent was to give you an opportunity to learn about this, go home, check it out, to make sure it's legit, to make sure that you want to do this, or give it some thought, or develop questions. Okay, well, no, I'm ready to go. I don't care. Okay, so the thing is, those moments will happen. Why did that happen? Because I did what? I presented it in a way where they sold themselves on it, Miss Marie.
Well, that's a perfect example of presenting the right person with the right message at the right time.
There it is.
It's one of those things. There's that saying, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person.
That's right.
So even what you presented them, they were the right person, and maybe your delivery wasn't spot on, and you're like scratching your head. It's like, why do they want to sign on already? Well, they were the right person at the right time, and they got the message. They understood what you were presenting.
Right.
By the same extent, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. I mean, you can deliver the perfect message exactly the way you want, exactly the way it's structured. Best music to the ears message delivery ever. And if it's the wrong person, there's no way it's going to gel and it's going to work, right?
And that's going to happen. And guys, don't worry about it, because the message is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Either attract the right people or push the wrong people away. It's doing exactly what it's designed to do. So you brought that up a moment ago, and that's so funny you say that, because if you read my materials, guys, you will see that I constantly say it over and over and over. You're delivering the right message to the right prospect at the right time. That's what you're looking for. And how do you do that? By consistent, correct business building activity. In other words, be consistent in delivering that message over and over and over. That same music to the ears message. You're going to make a mistake every once in a while. You're either going to add a keyword that you think is cute, or you're going to forget a keyword. That happens. Don't beat yourself up. Who cares? As long as you get the majority of the keywords in there, one of them is going to strike a chord. Okay. And it's either going to push them away or attract them. But the bottom line is, she said it right there. And I've written about it. You read my documents, you'll hear me say it over and over and over. Your goal is to deliver the right message, the right prospect, at the right time. And people say, well, Rob, how do you know it's the right prospect? If they're sitting in front of you, they're the right prospect. Okay. They're there for a reason. Well, how do you know it's the right time? Once again, if they're sitting in front of you, the timing is right for them. They would not be there if the timing wasn't right. Okay. So quit asking that question. They deliver the right message to the right prospect at the right time. Okay. And is it going to push them away, or is it going to attract them? It's going to do one of the two, guys. It's all there is. Okay. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. What about people that are sitting on the fence? That's still a decision, and the decision is no, not at this moment. It doesn't necessarily mean no forever. Sometimes sitting on the fence means no, not at this moment. I got to talk to my spouse. I got to get money together. I'm really busy. I'm having my leg worked on tomorrow. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons why they sit on the fence, but your goal is not to wait, to move on to the other person. Love them, believe them, and move on. Right, Miss Marie?
Absolutely. And honestly, the bottom line of this episode is that you can, in some cases, use the concept of selling and sharing interchangeably. Sometimes it comes down to a matter of semantics and just what you're saying in the moment. But we want to get you comfortable with the fact that selling is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's providing value. Don't shy away from that and be comfortable with it. But don't be the used car salesman. People don't want to be sold to. So you don't want to be selling hard. You don't want to be pushing, but it is selling. Is that not accurate?
No, it is accurate. I mean, you're selling without selling. I mean, it's exactly what you're doing. And that brings up an important point that we need to bring up as we close this. Guys, people that you're prospecting say, well, do I have to sell? What do I sell? Or do I have to sell the product? They're going to ask you one of those three questions. They may come up with another one that's ingenious, but typically those are the three questions you're going to get. And then you know what my response was, guys? I'd say, did I sell it to you? No. And I'd say, what did I do? You shared, the message with me. They didn't know what the music to their message, but I mean, you shared the fact that there was an opportunity, that there was a chance to make money. Okay. And I told you I'd share my time and knowledge with you. Yeah. To help you build this. Yeah. Okay. So where's the selling? Well, there's not. So how do you make money? Well, there's a thing called the threshold of profitability. What we do is I turn around and I get my toothpaste through the company. I no longer buy it at Walmart. I get my deodorant through the company. And I just told them what I did. And my goal is to do 100 PV per month with this company. And we get paid on the PV that's created. And I'll explain that to you in greater detail at another time. It's too much to go into here. But the point is, a lot of times, and you really don't want to go down that road, I kind of did a little bit, but there's times where I had to say that. But the bottom line is, guys, is that you had a situation where you have to be able to let them know I did not sell to you. You have to reiterate the process to them so that they say, you know what, to themselves or even out loud, he's right. He didn't sell anything to me. All he did was share a message with me that, hey, there's a company out there. There's a chance to make some real money here. Okay. And because people are going to ask you that question, right, Miss Marie? Is this selling? Do I have to sell the product? And it's a hard one to answer. But I just gave you that gold nugget. I'm telling you, what I just shared with you works. You answer a question with a question and let them answer that question themselves. And that is what? Well, no, he didn't sell to me. He's right. All he did was share knowledge with me. Knowledge that the timing was right, that we ran into a company, and that it could change my life. And he'll help me. See, and that's what you want, guys. Now, this is not about prospecting or recruiting, but this is selling versus sharing. And we wanted you to, you're not going to learn this information. I'm telling you, nobody talks about this. Nobody. But you can see how important this message is. You can see how important this content is to your success. Look at the little intricate details. Miss Marie, that's the stuff that we would teach in our members area. This is no joke. This is stuff that we charge money for. Okay? Selling versus sharing. This is intricate little knowledge that can have a huge impact on your success in this industry.
Well, and again, it's one of those topics we could dive even deeper on, but in the interest of time, we're not going to, because it is the type of thing we have in our members area, right? We get into the absolute nitty-gritty, granular aspects of how to be successful in this business and how to duplicate that throughout your organization to build that success for others in your team, as well as achieving the levels of success that you want. And you won't find this anywhere else. As always, be sure to give us a thumbs up if you like the content we're sharing with you. You're understanding the points we're making here. Like, comment, share across the various social media platforms. You can always find us using hashtag TheMLM Solution. That's hashtag TheMLM Solution. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Register for notifications there. You hit that little notification bell twice. You'll know when we upload new content or when we're going live. And of course, visit our website, TheMLMsolution.net. You have those free gifts there, as well as a link for our Black Friday special, which just a couple days left. And tomorrow we are going to be talking about selling the dream, which alternatively could be phrased as sharing the dream. So be sure to join us tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, for that important topic as well. You will be surprised what it is you're actually sharing and selling of value to the people you're communicating with.
That's right. And I want to clarify, because she's absolutely right on both accounts. Number one, you are sharing the dream, but you're also selling the dream. I've said it many times. One of the greatest things that Amway distributors have done, and they're absolute masters, is selling the dream. What is the dream? Well, everybody has a different idea. If I had the money, and from that point on, after that statement, everybody's different. People will do different things with their money. If I had the money, I would. Well, guess what? You're selling the dream, because if you come into this industry and you do it right, guys, you have a dream that is different than Miss Marie's, different than mine, and you will live the dream. And the way that you set it up during the business building process, or even during the prospecting process, is in fact selling the dream. And it doesn't mean selling. They sell themselves, as we just talked about. That is the difference. It's the same word, but it's totally different. They sell themselves on their own dream. Right, Miss Marie?
Yep. So join us 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow and find out exactly how we do that.
That's right. Exactly. Way to go, Miss Marie. She stole my thunder. All right, guys. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, take care. God bless. Thank you for being with us. And as always, be safe, be careful, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, TheMLMsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.